I will be completely honest with you guys. I am terrified about what I'm seeing in the market right now. I mean, things may change, you never know, but so far, what the chart is telling me right now is that we might have a big drop coming. Now, is that confirmed, completely confirmed yet? Not exactly, but the signals, everything's flashing red. I've been saying that to you guys for a couple of days now. The signals are flashing red, and right now we are here. But on a lighter note, regardless of what's going on in the market, there's always a bull market somewhere, right? You just gotta find the sector where you can see exactly where money is going. Typically, when we have a drop that happens in the market, there's a rotation that happens where people are trying to seek safe haven. Typically, utilities, energy, and things like that. People don't like taking money out of the market. They just go into something else. Maybe they remove it from tech. They put it in energy, precious metals, wherever that might be. So what I'm gonna do today for you guys is actually going into for this week my top three plays. I'm going to give you a couple of stocks, but I'm going at the end I will give you what I'm looking at as far as my top three plays. But before I do so, I must let you guys know nothing I say here is any suggestions for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto stocks or anything. Make sure you do your own due diligence, do your own research. I am not your financial advisor. If you need advice buying anything, make sure to contact a licensed financial advisor. That being said, you guys know on this channel, we don't do no flops, we don't do no BS. We just go straight chart, even though we know what's going on in the world, right? We're not in a bubble. We know what's going on in the world. We know what the news seems like. At the same time, sometimes those things are here just to manipulate us. So we focus on the chart. Without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. All right. The first stock we're going to look at, this is the weekly time frame. All right. I am looking at exactly Next Era Energy, ticker symbol NEE. Next Era Energy is the first stock on my list. Why is that on my list? I will show you guys that. If you guys mess with me, you watch the channel every single time. One of the pattern I always talk about, guys, is what a head and shoulder pattern or an inverted head and shoulder pattern. So this is exactly what we're doing here. This was the neckline right there. We broke above the neckline, but now, as you guys can see, all-time high is right there. We're right at all-time high. So there's a strong resistance level right here. I wish I had seen this and done the research and saw this when we were just breaking right up there, or more like down here, right there. That would have been perfect. Unfortunately, I did not see it right there. So now I have to be patient. And the way I'm gonna try to execute this for the week, I'm not gonna let the market open, and as soon as the market open, and I'm just going to jump in. This is not the way I'm going to do that. I'm gonna have to try to be a sniper on this. All right. I'm perfectly okay if this sort of like one up a little bit more and then pull back to that level, come and retest that previous high, then I'll take it on the next way up. So this is what I'm going to be looking at. That's the weekly time frame, by the way. If you're looking at the weekly time frame, that is the weekly time frame. You guys can see we have that nice curl up in the MACD. Let me open that up so you could see it. So we have a bullish divergence in the MACD, and we are squeezing up. If I go on the daily, so the daily has been somewhat choppy, guys. Like, look, if you take a look at that, and if you don't have any conviction on that play, you might have gotten shaken out. It has not been a smooth selling where we're going up. There's been a lot of consolidation. It's going up, but very slowly. All right, until the past few days where we had a couple of big pop on this stock. Again, ticker symbol that is NEE. I'm gonna try my best to keep this below 15 minutes for you guys. Next stock I want to take a look at is Dollar General. Now, Dollar General is one of those stocks. You guys can see this. I actually took this play, got out around that level, right? What am I looking at in Dollar General once again? You could say this is a bull flag right here. Boom. This is the top of the flag, and this is our pole, and we are breaking above the pole. This is a break. And what is the MACD doing right now? You can see the MACD is curling. You can see that right there. Now, if I want to go and take a look to see how we're looking exactly in the on the weekly time frame, this is the beauty of the weekly time frame, right? Let me just push this down a little bit. You guys going to see the weekly time frame. What are we seeing here? Now, that this red line you're seeing, let me just make this just a little thicker for those of you guys that may have a little hard time seeing it. Let's go on visibility and sort of make that line just a little thicker. All right, there you go. This is the 200-day moving average. That is the two. So we have not been above the 200-day moving average for quite some time. So that means once we cross this level, this will be used as support level, and that give us room to actually win. If we can take, let me see, if we can, yeah, if we can take this level or 165, we clear 165, we have room to pretty much win for a sizable gain. I'm not saying it's going to be smooth selling. Again, a lot of things can change. And another factor that that company has, remember when we had the Liberation Day tariffs announced, a lot of those companies got hit hard. Dollar General, Costco, like any company that actually imports a lot of goods from overseas, specifically from China. So you're going, those companies got hit hard. Now there's two things going on right now. One, there we have the Supreme Court decision that needs to come out as far as whether or not those tariffs are illegal. So if they are illegal, the government will have to reimburse those companies all that money. Again, these are money that's like extra profit they just going to have coming in. And we're talking about millions, if not billions, for those companies, right? So that's number one. Number two, 2 months from now, I believe Trump will be in China meeting with Xi to try to negotiate some sort of deal, right? So that's two things you have, right? That can be very, very beneficial for those companies. Now, I don't rely on those. Like I said again, I know what's going on out there, but I focus on the chart, and the chart is telling me be patient, and this might actually work very, 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 very well. So I'm gonna give myself some time. I want to time my entry. I want to get in, and I want to give that play a couple of months. I'm not talking about 2 days, 3 days, or a week or two. I'm gonna give this a couple of months to play itself out because there could be some really, really good news on the horizon for that for DG. Even in the 4 hours, if you go in the 4 hours, we can see exactly what's going on here, right? There you go. This is the 4 hours. Again, if we're looking at the 4 hours, what did we do here? You guys can see this inverted head and shoulder pattern, and then we're pushing up. All right. So this is why I love this pattern so much. You see it everywhere. It shows up almost almost every single time. One of the patterns I see a lot in the market, and I don't see a lot of people, quite frankly, talking about that. Now look at the daily. Look at this beautiful candle on the daily. Look at that. That is clean. That candle is so clean, and we're possibly getting that push again. We have to wait and see how price reacts. What I like to do, I would like to see more importantly is a push and a pullback so I can take that. But I don't know if we're going to get that. We'll see how the market goes on Tuesday. Again, the market is closed tomorrow for President's Day, I believe. So there's no trading. The market is closed tomorrow. So that's number two. That's Dollar General. Number three, I think I went over EE. My number three is Costco. Costco. We see what Costco is doing. Now, this is a bit more risky. It's a riskier play on Costco. Truth be told, I took Costco since it was way down here, and I already took profit on Costco. All right, so I'll let you guys know that. And right now you can see we at the top of a wedge. That's a rising wedge. Can we break above this level? to continue the push. We just going to have to see. Again, that is the daily time frame, but you guys can see where we actually in the MACD trying to squeeze back up. So Casco has the exact same sort of news behind it as far as Dollar General that I just talked about. Exact same thing. A large importer paid a lot of tariffs, import taxes, and might be able to get all that back or get government credits, which means profits should skyrocket over the next couple of quarters. Because I don't think the government have the money to give it back, but they might just give them tax credits. All right, and if you look at the weekly, we have a nice pin bar on the weekly on the way up. That's breaking out a strong structural resistance level. All right, so this is what I really like about Costco. Now, the second one I want to bring to you guys' attention is LHX. LHX seems like the past few days it has not really been doing much. All right, but what exactly are we seeing here? What I'm seeing is a push up and we are making a bull flag. We've just been consolidating right there, right? Now, what I want to see for me to take that as a call is I want to see a break and retest of that level so we could go. All right. So if we break and close below this level right there, that move is null and void. That's the way I'm going to trade it. That move will be null and void. Once again, I just want to reiterate once again, this is not me telling you guys you need to buy any of these stocks. This is me showing you guys exactly what the charts are telling me and what I am going to do. All right. Just remember, guys, I'm just a YouTuber who trades. Yes, I trade for a living. That's what I do. Who trade, and I'm trying to translate the chart. I am not your financial advisor. All right. So if you do, I suggest if you want to buy things, you do your own research. This is for educational purposes. This will help you to learn how to trade, how to review and analyze a chart. But ultimately, you have to make your own decisions with your own research. All right. Going back right into the chart. So that's what I'm looking at with L3 Harris. And the other thing with L3 Harris, with the way things are looking right now in the world, unfortunately, it seems like we are heading toward a possible escalation in the Middle East. And if that happens, those guys are gonna make a killing. All right. We don't want it to happen, but if it happens, that's what's going to happen. And I also wanna bring this one to you guys' attention. That's BMY. That's Bristol Myers. This is healthcare. All right. Bristol Myers. Why do I love this? I love this chart. Okay. This is what we're looking at. We had that consolidation right at this level. So we consolidated. And then we pushed up. And what we are doing a beautiful ball flag. And to add to that, this is why I love this chart so much. Not only we making a ball flag, what are we seeing here? We have a three candle pattern right there. This candle, that candle, and that. And this is giving us a what? A morning star. So we have bearish candle, doji, bullish candle. We are getting a morning star. Out of ball flag. All right. So that means this might work out pretty well. And once again, if you go here, what do you see? This candle this week, this big old candle this week, just took out the 200-day moving average. We are now trading once again above the 200-day moving average since um, uh, July 2023. We have not been able to trade above, have a closing day above this level since July 2023. Again, if you look at the chart, when you get into those plays are not like the ones that's like, hey, you might get in like let's say a Broadcom, you might get in and today it might go up 40 points, tomorrow it goes up another 18. These are typically things you might have to hold. I think I'm going to hold for a few weeks, if not a couple of months, depending on how they move, because they move slow, but they are not very. volatile, really. So they might move a little slow, but we can see the money is there to be made. And what are we seeing again? Right there with that bull flag, we can see a nice cup and handle pattern being formed right here. That's our handle. This is the cup. That's our handle, and we just broke out of it. All right. So this is all I got for you guys today. I'm not going to keep you guys long. We do have that live later today to review the market itself. I want to keep those videos short. Just want to go over the stocks that I like to let you guys know what's going on. So the ones I'm picking, I'm gonna watch the most. I'm gonna watch all of them, but the ones I'm gonna watch the most, obviously, is BMY, Bristol Myers, Dollar General, and and Costco. So these are the three I'm going to keep an eye on the closes, and I'll give Next Era Energy as honorable mention. Once again, guys, remember to do your own research. This is not suggestions for you to buy any of these securities. This is me reviewing the chart and letting you guys know exactly what I am looking at, what I like going into this short and week. And by the way, if you guys are holding calls going into this long weekend, um, I hope you have something strong. Whether you drink strong tea, strong coffee, a strong drink, or strong water. I don't know what a strong water would be exactly, but because it seems like so far the way crypto is acting, we're going to be involved for a very interesting week ahead. Anyway, guys, take care. Thank you again for tuning into the channel. If you like this video, make sure to check out my other channel. If you are looking for any videos to trading strategies, whether it's to tweak your strategies a little bit or learn a new one to add to your arsenal, or you don't have one, you're just looking for one, make sure to check out my other videos on the channel. I will see you guys later. Be blessed. Have a good one. Take care. Peace out.